What's up, everybody, and welcome to the podcast with BlackPage. Today we are at the Salt Slab, and I've been wanting to come here, man. Oh, this is like honestly, I'm excited because I'm always to see like the meat and how you guys prepare it with the ovens and everything. I'm like, when am I gonna get to see that one day?
Well, I'm very glad you guys are here today.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Tell us about the Salt Slab, a little bit about the Salt Slab, Mike. Like, how did you get to actually open this place?
So basically, I've got businesses in America. And my ex-wife actually is American, and my daughter lives in America still. And so I go backwards and forwards every year. I've been doing that since 2006. And when I was in America, there was a little town called Lano.
Oh, sorry, guys. This is Mike Ross. I forgot to do the intro. I am so stressed.
We're going to start.
No, it's okay. We'll carry on. The podcast is always about getting the most raw footage.
Perfect.
So they can get it. So, but I was thinking, this is Mike Ross from the Salt Slab. So, Mike, the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so like I say, I've got businesses in the United States and got family over there. And so I was driving through a little town one day called Lano, Texas. And with this little barbecue place, I thought, let me pull in and have a look and try their food. I was hooked from the minute I tried the food. It was really, really great. So I've been eating barbecue for many, many years.
Yeah.
Obviously. And I thought to myself, South Africans, we've got such a lovely culture of people in this country, and we're all big meat eaters.
Yeah, we're the braai people.
Yeah, we're the braai people. We love our meat, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, we've got to bring this concept to South Africa. A lot of people love meat. And so that's what I did. I decided to bring barbecue here. I worked with a consultant by the name of Max from Texicana Barbecue for many years, become a really good friend. So, because there's a lot that goes into barbecue.
Yeah.
So we just thought if we're going to do it, we're going to, that expression, go big or go home. So we decided we're going to build a nice big restaurant and we're going to get the right training and do it properly. So, yeah.
Why in the Midlands though? Why you...
Because I'm from the Midlands. Born and bred. Yeah, I went to Howick High School. I love this part of the world.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Howick.
Exactly. Shout out to Howick High.
Yeah.
So absolutely love this part of the world. It's been home forever, although I travel a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I live on the property. So I thought, no, let's bring it, because obviously we're part of the Midlands Meander as well.
Yeah.
So we kind of like destination barbecue. We only open Saturdays and Sundays. So people come up here on the weekends, have a great time.
It's that exclusivity that you guys have of opening on a Saturday and a Sunday. It brings people, I think, from my opinion, it brings people from far and wide because it's like for a limited time, you can get this meat.
Absolutely. So we would actually like to open more if we could. It's just that during the week here in the Midlands, it is quiet.
Since you're encouraged.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And because all the way barbecue's done, all the meats are pre-cooked, we have to sell out for the day. So in the weekends, we know people come here, we get busy. If we took it to, like, say, Ballito or to Joburg or to the Cape, we could open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of prep work that goes behind it. We could open every day a week. It just means we'd be running a 24-hour clock, shifts on the pit masters and things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So as you said, it's a process right now.
Very much so.
I consider it an art.
Exactly.
Barbecuing is an art. So what's your secret to achieving the perfect roast?
Brisket. Yeah. So obviously we cook different types of meats, but the brisket, first of all, any good barbecue starts with quality meat. So in South Africa, we grade our meat A, B, C. It's all to do with age. Whereas the Americans grade their beef prime, choice, and select. All to do with the intramuscular fat in the meat. So most of our meat has fat on the outside.
Yeah.
But you don't see fat inside the meat.
Okay.
Whereas intramuscular fat, if you look at the Americans, they've got flecks of fat in the meat.
Oh.
So that's what makes meat tender, juicy, flavorful. So that's why we have to use Wagyu beef, because Wagyu has intramuscular fat. Genetically, they've got it. In America, they breed a lot of Angus, and Angus are also prone to intramuscular fat. But it's just the way that they breed and feed the animals. So we start with good quality, and then obviously we've got good smokers that we cook it on the right wood.
Yeah.
And it just takes a while. It's patience. So we cook our briskets take anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. And it's all about feeling the brisket. You temper to get a guideline, but at the end of the day, it's all about feeling, and it becomes like just soft and tender.
I've seen how you do it in the video. So you just put it
Yes.
boop.
Correct. And if you hold it up and must hold itself, with a gentle pull, it comes apart.
Just
And that's how it
breaks
must be. So yeah, so it's a bit of art. But like I said, it starts off with the right quality meat, just patience, and the right cooking technique.
Oh, okay. Do you guys use the wood over here on the side as well? 'Cause like,
No, not at all. So yeah, the kind of wood that has to be used in this country, you can use like any fruit wood. So whether it's cherry or apple,
okay.
hickory. So we use pecan wood because we can get a lot of it. We use white oak, some red oak. But yeah, you can't use pine, can't use wattle, can't use gum tree. So yeah, very specific wood.
welcome to Lelo.
Hi,
Lelo?
Lele, how are you?
I'm good. How are
How are
you?
you?
I'm good.
I have to start off with an apology to Lelo. I've disappointed her for the past 2 weeks. She's been the person that has supported my podcast from the beginning, right? And I've promised her that she's going to perform. Today there was no performance. I'm like, no, how am I going to explain this to Lelo?
But as mentioned, we'll need to do another one. I've seen her beautiful art.
Yeah.
And now Waltz is
Thank
talented.
you.
So I'd love to hear her sing now.
Thank
So
you.
we were talking about the mural just in a bit. Lilo did a mural for the Salt Slab, and it looks amazing, guys. We'll be checking it out. But otherwise, I want to just ask about like it's an obvious question, but like how have the locals been embracing? Because it's obvious they have just been like loving the place. I've just seen on online. I've seen everywhere. People are just loving the place.
Absolutely. So the locals have embraced it, but we get people from all over the country. We get people drive down from Joburg, come from the Cape, and here in KZN, they come from Bellito, they come from Umhlanga, Richards Bay, Mams and Toti. They come from everywhere. And we've got such a wonderful demographic of people here. I mean, I really absolutely love it, and I appreciate the support from everybody. Because, like I say, I mean, sometimes drive 2 or 3 hours to get you. So, yeah.
Because I heard, I think it was yesterday, someone told me that someone actually came from the Eastern Cape.
Yes.
And unfortunately, when they got here, the meat was finished.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my God.
No, so what happens there is obviously we cook X amount of food, but some days we get extremely busy.
Yeah, definitely.
And on those busy days, and it's hard to protect those days. So, and also we generally run out of food, like, 3 hoppers, 3.
Yeah.
So they might have come on a day we were very busy, but like tomorrow is Father's Day.
So it might be
We're planning on being
busy day.
very busy. So we're cooking a lot of food for tomorrow.
Do you open on public holidays as well?
We do. So Monday we also open.
Oh,
Monday's at 16.
That's awesome. Okay, so what are some of the unexpected challenges that you face when you set up the Salt Slab, like even during or before?
Yeah, so obviously there are challenges. Like I said, one of the biggest challenges is just getting good quality meat all the time and enough of it. So currently we've got a couple of suppliers that are very good to us. But if we land up growing more and decide to open another restaurant or 2 restaurants, getting the meat is a challenge. Also getting the firewood, we can get a lot of it. It also has to age. You can't just go and cut a tree down. It needs to sit for about a year or so. And so there's all those sort of challenges. And then also the pit masters. We got a fantastic pit master that we've trained up. But in America and Texas, particularly Texas, because obviously it's Texas barbecue, you got 2,000 restaurants out there, barbecue restaurants. People grow up there smoking meat. So you can find pit masters that know how to do the work.
Training.
Here you got to literally train it from scratch because it's quite a technique.
It's a foreign technique to us.
Yeah, very much so.
We more of the shisanyama, rice stand.
So, correct.
So when something is quick, do it now. But now with the slow cooked, even slow aged, with everything you need,
correct,
from your wood to your meat, everything has to be done with the process.
Correct.
So training is very vital.
So it's training. It's exactly as I mentioned, just the supply of the wood, supply of the meat. And so there are those challenges, but so far it's working nicely.
Well, do you have any questions?
I do have a question for Mike, actually. When I was working with this mural, I saw that I was looking at the field and I saw you have new members, the cow and so I'm very curious with that. Like, do you just keep them or you also use them for business?
So what I was doing last year is I was buying cattle from farmers, like mainly cull cows. So the animals that I like to use, not too young, because like I say, in South Africa, A grades, they can be 12 months to 60 months of age. I like my cows 18 to 24, a little bit older. So what we do with some of our cows is we were fattening them up, slaughtering them, and we use the forequarters. We use the briskets and the beef ribs in the restaurant. And the hindquarters we salt through our butchery. Most restaurants, steak restaurants, they will use all the hindquarter, where you get the rump steaks, sirloin steaks, ribeyes. So we use some. But now this year, what we're doing is we've changed the plan a little bit. We're still going to fatten, but now I'm breeding cows myself.
Oh.
So that's why we've got more, and I'm needing to get even more.
Well, I went to visit them.
Yeah, we will. We'll have to take you over there and visit.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
She already went.
I went there. I posted about it.
I'll let you go and introduce Angus. one of the animals we raised there.
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
So now we were talking about this earlier actually with pertaining to my little project. But how do you see the Salt Slab contributing to the community, like the greater community of Umngeni,
Yes.
Midlands?
So at the moment, what we have been doing, I mean, obviously we get a lot of support, so it does bring in tourism. So what we've been finding that, a lot of people come here and sometimes we get busy. And our tables are fully booked. So they bump into other restaurants. They go to like Fables up the road, Tumble Downs. They drift down to Piggly Wiggly and other places. And it's nice. So more people in the area benefit from more people coming to our restaurant, which is good. And then also what we do, we've got a school up the road here, Curry's Post Primary School. So what we do is when we've got like some leftovers or occasionally we'll plan to cook a little bit more. And we take that and we donate it to the school for the children. Because a lot of them obviously don't have the food. So just last week we gave some. So we like to give back in a way. We also Angels Care. We've donated some food to those guys in Howick as well. But we just found that with us being here, more people are coming here. So, other people benefit also. So we found some of the other restaurants have definitely got spin-off, which is great. Beneficial for everybody.
Definitely.
And that's what we want for the whole community. And then also job employment too. I mean, we employ, I think, 40 something staff. Here, 42, 43, I think. And then obviously also we use local service providers to do our work for our concrete floors or stacking. And then we use this beautiful young lady. I mean, the size of that mural, I mean, the sounds, I don't know if you guys have been into the bathrooms.
I was.
All the stuff. This is all Lelo.
The cowboy.
And we've got more. We've got more planned. So we'll be keeping her busy for a while.
Oh, and is this the new thing you're building?
Yes, exactly. We've got stacking doors that still have to come here. We're going to be building another bar down there. We're taking the coffee station, milkshakes all over there. But we're going to clad it the same as a put room. And I mentioned to Lela the other day, I want a nice mural painted on the backside of that.
Oh, awesome. So there's a lot of growth happening.
We have to. We've got to keep, we're getting a lot of support. So we want to keep the growth going if we can. So
the momentum going.
Keep the momentum going. Yeah. Also, we got some more tables to put in. So for our really busy weekends, so people don't have to run around not looking for tables. So yeah.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect, Mike. Otherwise, about the mural itself, what inspired the whole look of the mural?
So basically we wanted like a Western theme. I've always enjoyed those bright colors to bring color in. And obviously that's supposed to like resemble a longhorn cow, which is, part of Texas. The one that Lelo did inside the ladies' bathroom is also longhorn. So we thought, let's bring in a big masculine bull, the color. So we did that, and then it kind of fades into the Western theme. So like a Western sunset,
mountains,
with those buttes
cactus.
and the canyon and a cactus. And so it's all American Western. So when I showed Lela, I said, this is what we want. She said, let's make a few adjustments, obviously. So it's like kind of hers and ours. It's not exactly somebody else's. So it's great from an artist's perspective.
The idea came from both of you.
I showed her some stuff and she said, let's not do it like this. Let's do this. Because I showed her a different picture had a guy and a cowboy. She said, no, let's do this. And look at it.
He made it very easy for me because he was just, with Mike, he becomes way too specific. Like, I want this and this and that. And also, like, for me as an artist, we've done a cowboy already. So you have a cowboy and then the cowboy sign, and then kind of another cowboy.
Yeah, I see. No. But that's the artist. She knows that. That's why I appreciate her so much.
But
so you were back to the cowboy idea. She was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then it had like more flowers, and she said, no, let's leave that out. Let's just do that. And I mean, I can't believe, she takes a little picture on her cell phone, and at the end of the day, she's got that on the wall.
Turns it into the.
It's hard to believe. Yeah, exactly.
It's a beautiful, vibrant painting. You can actually see that it's like, Lelo, you took your time with that one, eh?
Thank you. But I was just telling Mike there will be like an ongoing project.
There?
So if I have any idea, like if I add more, I'll take a picture and then edit and then show it to him. If you can add this, can you add this, can you add that until it's...
Absolutely.
So just before, I have one last question, then I want to go into a little game that I played before, like with the guests. So, with seeing that you want to at some point go to Joburg, go to Durban or anything, like what would you take from the Midlands? Like doesn't have to be something physical, but what would you take from the Midlands that you would like to now spread around to other places, other cities? Like okay, the vibe wasn't the way. Like what would you like to take from here and spread it around to the Midlands, Joburg, everywhere, and then they must feel what we feel when we're here.
Correct. So if I land up, if like you mean, if I open another restaurant,
another one.
Exactly that. I was actually discussing it yesterday that if we were to move it, so we probably wouldn't open another one in KZN just because we get so many people coming from the coast already and it's a bit close.
Yeah.
So if we took one to the Cape or took one, it would need to be in a similar environment, closer to the city, but also just in the country, because that's what barbecue is about. And the cowboys and the country and the cattle. So we want to keep it the same vibe. Like we have here in the Midlands, the country vibe, as opposed to like just in a shopping center in the city.
So I would say country vibe would be not just going to Joburg and just going into Joburg, finding the outskirts, the nice places that have the same kind of aesthetic as the Midlands.
100%.
Because there are a few farms that I've seen, maybe if you go up to Pretoria, but like those are the nice places that actually have the kind of aesthetic that you guys have.
Correct. Like between Joburg and Pretoria, something there, but still close to the people.
Yeah, close to the people.
Like we're quite far away from a lot of the people here.
Yeah.
So, exactly that.
No, that's perfect. Do you have any questions for Mike before we go to the questions?
No, I don't have any questions. I was just amazed of this whole development, because I remember when we first came here, we didn't have this. It was before the Salt Slab.
Correct.
So I would hear you talking about your vision and then I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this. And now for the fact that we're here today and then we're looking at it, it just takes me back to how you started this whole thing. And I just want to say I'm very proud of you. You did very well and it's looking so amazing. And also with what you want to do as well, I'm looking forward to see it. And this has been a life-changing. I've never been to Texas, but now I know how it's
we
like.
Need to get
feeling,
you there.
The feeling.
You there.
Like, yeah, let's go to Texas next time.
Man, I appreciate that from Lelas. I mean, she's been part of us. She's grown with us. So, without her beautiful artwork, I mean, where else are we going to get it done? So no, we're very grateful to have somebody with her talent.
Definitely.
Locally. I'm glad I don't have to import it from Joburg. Exactly.
Oh,
that's locally.
Yeah,
Hopefully she doesn't run away.
Don't go there, just stay here.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
So here are some quick fire questions, right? These are just like yes or no, or choose between the one.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I think this one is kind of obvious though. Beef or chicken?
Beef. If I'm really honest, I don't actually eat a lot of beef. I like chicken.
Yeah.
Yes, beef. No, I like beef. I have to. Come on, it's a brisket.
It's a brisket, come on. Charcoal or gas?
Charcoal.
Natural.
Absolutely.
The natural way always has that taste.
Yeah.
Have you noticed, like, I feel like with, like even when in the rural areas, Mpenje, where I'm from, when you cook with wood, it has this other, the taste is just amazing.
You
it's
can't
out of
better
this world.
than that. Wood, charcoal,
he uses
gas.
solar.
Huh?
He uses solar.
Yeah, we're completely off the grid
Solar
here.
panels.
Yeah, I can see the soap in it, but like they had wood as well.
Yeah, that's
So I'm saying,
all wood.
like, yeah, wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To add on your question.
Oh,
That's how
yeah.
authentic it is.
Use the sun.
But yes, our smokers are all wood, exactly. But I
Yeah.
agree. Charcoal.
Definitely. Okay, best barbecue dish. Oh, best barbecue side dish.
Best barbecue side dish. So there's a restaurant. Well, for me or for general?
No, just
people?
in general. Just
Yeah, so there are a lot of people. I suppose for me, I would say coleslaw. Just because it's tangy and it's fresh. And obviously the meat is rich. So
balances
the
out the taste.
coleslaw balances out the richness.
yeah, I like coleslaw as well. I don't know why. Like every time we had a funeral or in a function, like usually at our funeral, they
Wait, have you tasted the sauce?
I
Yeah,
have to do. I haven't tasted.
it's different.
Oh, no.
It is different. I don't know what you guys use there, but I tasted it. I was here. I'm like, this is not the usual one.
Are you gonna give us the secret sauce?
That was the secret sauce. I'll give you some. Yeah, definitely coleslaw for me.
Okay. Would you fight someone over the last rib?
What? What? Sorry.
Would you fight someone over the last rib?
Beef rib, yes. Pork rib, I don't know.
Pork rib. No for pork rib.
No for
Yes.
pork rib, yes for beef rib.
So no pork rib, beef rib.
Yeah, beef rib. No, I love a pork rib. But yes, a beef rib to me, I prefer a beef rib.
So what's for you? Is it the texture, the taste? What's
It's the texture, it's the taste. So beef rib is like a brisket on the bone, but it has also slightly different flavor. So a good beef rib, I probably would fight somebody. A pork rib, I'd say,
Nah, you can have it.
you can have it. It's actually, I'll say that. There's a restaurant in a very famous restaurant, barbecue restaurant, Aaron Franklin. I had his pork. I stood in that line for 5 hours and tried his pork ribs. Unbelievable. But the flavor, it's a tangy flavor. It hits your racha.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I'd fight people for his.
Specifically for his.
For his pork ribs, yes.
Okay, if barbecue was a love language, what kind of meat are you?
I would definitely be the moist, pointy, fatty end of the briskets. That is me. Fatty, juicy. Yeah, because there's 2 points to a brisket. There's the lean side and there's what they call the fatty side. So I'd be the fatty side for
And
sure.
I'm the cow leg bone. So Mike, thank you very much for hosting us, man. This
No,
was
you're
amazing.
welcome. Like I said, I'm proud of what you guys are doing. Nice group of young people. What you're achieving, what you're putting through with your podcast and
Thank
things
you
like
very
that.
much, man.
Exposing talent like Lelo and obviously yourselves. I mean, so you're welcome. Appreciate it.
Definitely. Thank you very
you.
much, man. Mike.
Awesome.
So guys, thank you for joining us. And if you're trying to check for the Salt Slab, it's on Curry's Post Road. The address?
The address is 42 Curry's Post Road. We're on Google Maps. You just punch in the Salt Slab BBQ. It
You
comes
can also
up.
find them on Instagram and
Instagram and Facebook and TikTok.
yeah, the name, the handles.
The marketing lady, she does it on TikTok apparently. I don't have account.
Okay, so I'll
It's called the Salt Slab BBQ.
I'll just drop the handles from the ones that I have because I follow you guys as well.
Absolutely.
So I'll drop the handles on the screen. You can check them out, guys. But do come through, guys. It's a very nice place. They have great food. Lelo has already told us that there's great sauce. So we're gonna get the sauce. We're gonna get that sauce. But yeah, Mike, do you want to sign off by saying anything maybe inspiring to anybody that you'd like to maybe a last message, like a message to the youth or anybody that you feel like, or business owners or anybody that you feel like might want to hear something inspirational?
Absolutely, especially to the youth. I mean, we've got such a wonderful country. There's so many opportunities here. And I would say to anybody that if you want to stand out or you want to achieve in life, my favorite word is persevere. Don't take no for an answer. If somebody closes the door on you, you just keep pushing because it's the pushy people and push in the right way. But if you persevere, you will succeed. And obviously if you have the right attitude. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at our waitresses, most of them all young, they're early 20s and they're great. You know, they work very well. We have some
Definitely.
pep talks with them. We give them constructive criticism. We give them motivation. And
Oh no, they were here with us, like helping us in the
exactly.
beginning. They were like, oh,
no, they're great. So yeah, and some of them we're trying to help. One of them's just got a driver's license, and hopefully they can achieve what they want. So that's what I say: persevere to the youngsters.
Thank you very much, Mike. And people can come through to the Salt Slab on the weekends. It's open on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays.
Saturdays, Sundays, and most public holidays.
Time is?
So people can start arriving at 9:30 if they want. Legally, we can start serving alcohol at 10, and then the meat we start serving at 11:30 until sold out, which we like to get to about 3:30. Some days you go right through to 5 o'clock, just depending on the day.
Yeah, depending on how busy it is. So
Correct.
how busy was it today?
So today we actually had a busier day than
I saw.
for sure. So, but tomorrow I believe we're going to be very busy.
Okay.
Lots of phone calls.
Father's Day tomorrow.
Father's Day. And obviously fathers love meat and they love the beer.
Yeah. So Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it.
So guys, back to the. Oh, great. Okay.
Thank you, Doopsy. That looks good.
So guys, we have some of the. Well, what kind of platter is this actually?
So what we've got here is we've just put a little platter together, a 2-meat platter. We've got some brisket, we've got the lean, and we've got the fatty. And we've got just
So is
a
that
couple
the
of pork
brisket
ribs. That people probably absolutely. If I pick that up, we'll see how tender it is. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it and let you do it.
I'm gonna do it and let the people see.
Absolutely.
So guys, look at that. We can literally just.
So nice and tender and soft. And then we've got a couple of little pork ribs. Unfortunately, we're out of most of our pork ribs.
No problem.
And then we've got some
So that's the one you wouldn't fight someone for.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're good though, but those are little ones. They're normally much bigger than that.
I'd fight someone for this
Yeah.
one.
It's just that, like I said, we add a pork ribs.
Yeah.
And then we serve the red onion and the pickle.
Oh, yeah.
So because they're also got vinegar based, they break the richness.
Okay.
And then we've got a coleslaw, and then we've also got a mac and cheese with a bit of breadcrumbs on the top of it.
So guys,
we
the
should
mac
actually
and cheese. Check this out, guys. This is amazing. You want to get a close up on this one?
And then what's also good is I want to get you guys some bread, because what I love to do is I like to take a piece of bread, put some brisket in, put a bit of pickles inside there, a little bit of coleslaw.
Perfect.
Delicious.
So one thing I'm actually smelling now, it smells like home.
That's it.
Like literally smells like this like I was saying, I'm from Mpenz there originally.
Yes.
And then that's deep in the rural areas. I can literally smell the smell of the rondavo while we're actually making the meat on the floor and stuff.
Correct.
I can smell that.
Yeah, it's the smokiness of the meat.
Yes.
And obviously that flavor on the edge, like a roast, like the meat cooking, and very similar.
That's what I'm saying. It smells like home.
That's lovely.
Thank you very much, Mike.
No,
Thank
you're
you
welcome.
very much, man.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Cool.
Appreciate it. Actually, let me go and get you some bread.
Thank you.
You got to do that. You got to make a sandwich.
I'll have to go try that
And I'll
out.
get the girls to bring you some
Okay.
some cutlery as well.